Welcome to the felicitation ceremony of the MCA, or the Mercantile Cricket Association. And I would like to warmly welcome our distinguished guests who are present here today for this memorable event as the MCA, which has a long and a rich memory lane. So let's take a look at this giant screen as we unveil the MCA logo. So let me call upon a man who has been behind this whole entire event, who's worked tirelessly with sleepless nights. Let me call upon the current president of MCA, Mr. Roshan Igumalgoda, to give the welcome speech.
Honorable Minister and the 1996 World Cup champions skipper, Mr. Arjuna Ranatunga, MCA first Sri Lankan President Mr. Chandra Shafter, past presidents, member of 1996 champions team, and also the former international match referee Roshan Mahanama, past presidents, dear sponsors, Siga Sri Lanka PLC, DPMC, Ceylon Post Stores, Stafford Motors, Prestige Automobile, Commercial Credit, Unilever, CDB, executive members, subcommittee members, and 4 former EXCO members who served the committee over a period of 10 years, Mr. Ramesh Shafter, Mr. Ishak Shabdin, Mr. Lakshman Rodrigo, Mr. Basil Pereira, Mr. Wilman Jayasinghe, General Manager, Tiron Pereira and the staff, academic coaches, most importantly, Mr. and Mrs. Niran Mahabatra, friends, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Executive Committee of Mercantile Cricket Association, I warmly welcome all of you for this historic event where we felicitate the sponsors, cricket champions, and our immediate past president's unveiling of his portrait, Mr. Niran Mahabatra. Winning the 1996 World Cup under the leadership of legendary Arjuna Ranatunga, and later on winning the T20 championship in Bangladesh in 2014 was one of the best days of our lives. Let me take a moment to offer our sincere gratitude to the sponsors for their support rendered. Some of them had been there more than 20 years. Recognizing the past president for the enormous service rendered to the association is another significant factor at our event. Unveiling the portrait of our immediate past president, Mr. Niran Mahabatra, a moment to remember. Pictures of these great personalities, names and the logos of the sponsors alongside the past president's pictures will be displayed in this club. We also felt it is important for the members who would patronize this place in the future to know the first MCA Sri Lankan president and the centenary president. Hence, we decided to display a picture of them in the club. Let me conclude my speech by thanking to all the EXCO members and the staff for the dedicated assistance in organizing this beautiful evening ahead of you. Please enjoy the evening. May God bless you.
One fateful evening, a few Englishmen seated at the Grand Oriental Hotel were bowled over by a few drinks and a head-spinning idea. Duly recovered, within a matter of months, they set about founding the MCA, formerly known as the Mercantile Cricket Competition. Leasing out an RAF light aircraft landing strip as the pitch, the MCA's first wicket came into play. Each individual president that umpired the MCA since then, British or Sri Lankan, ensured that the game continued to all its glory. Be it with functionalities, facilities, or other facets that make us what we are today, never wavering from their mission or vision. As one of the legendary players of cricket, Sir Donald Bradman once said, "I was never coached, I was never told how to hold a bat." A quote that rings true to this day, as some of the best talent the game has seen come from those with true passion to play cricket. From the roads to schools, from mercantile firms to clubs, and for those with exceptional skill, the National League, MCA has seen the rise of such talent across many decades. Dedicated to nurture those who live cricket, we've supported schoolboy cricketers from all parts of the island to find employment without leaving their passion. Encouraged cricketers who are over the hill to find that perfect Yorker. And proudly acknowledge the participation of over 150 affiliated companies. Today, we conduct 7 major tournaments annually with more than 500 match fixtures, followed by the Mercantile Six-a-side, over 46ers and 2020. In addition, we also conduct the extremely popular MCA Inter-Academy Invitation Tournament, drawn up with all cricket academies, featuring 9 to 17 student age groups and a women's six-a-side cricket tournament. Our every effort in the pursuit of enriching cricket has thus been recognized by Sri Lanka cricket.
The centenary is always a great event, and I feel that I am special in one way at least, because I was fortunate to be the first Sri Lankan to be president of the Mercantile Cricket Association. And when I first took office nearly 40 years ago, it was much smaller than it is now. But even then, the Mercantile Cricket Association shone as a beacon of light in Sri Lanka's cricketing world. The best cricketers came out of the mercantile services, and school leavers and others who needed jobs were given jobs by firms and helped make their way forward in life. And in turn, they played for Sri Lanka and made Sri Lanka what it is today.
Yet even after countless accolades and appraisal the MCA has received for its unbeaten century, we constantly seek improvement and adaptation for cricket in Sri Lanka. By opening the MCA Cricket Academy, with the hard work and dedication of professional coaches, we annually train over 150 youngsters. Our top-notch cricketing facilities, along with an outstanding cricket ground, batting and bowling nets, and a state-of-the-art bowling machine, contribute to enriching how we play the game.
Mercantile Cricket Academy today is one of the foremost coaching schools in Sri Lanka, and it has been harnessed with the strength of coaches ranging from Mr. Sanath Pereira and 3 other qualified coaches. Of course, MCA Cricket Academy has been always been supported by the cream of Sri Lanka cricket in the likes of Kumar Sangakkara, Mahela Javadana, Mavan Atapattu and Kumar Dharmasena.
We have further added to the score by constructing a fully floodlit basketball court, giving variation and diversity to our members. While we've come far in cricket, we have thus chosen to broaden our boundaries. Today we are an exceptionally versatile cricket body with every imaginable form of recreation facility, all under one roof. Our host of services feature a full-service clubhouse, air-conditioned restaurant, karaoke bar, and pool table. Today, as we celebrate our centenary, the ovation belongs to all the stars of MCA, past and present. To our founders, without whom we would not be here. To our cricketers, like Varnapura, Madugala, Arjuna, Arvinda, Muralidharan, Jayasurya, Sangakkara, Mahela, and Dilshan, amongst many others. To our upholders, the past and present executive committee members who believed, sacrificed, regardless of how tough the situation turned out to be, ran, dived, and caught the game of cricket in their hearts. And to all the commentators for spicing up the world of cricket. Mercantile Cricket Association. Unbeaten century.
Unveiling of the portraits of the first president of the MCA, Mr. Chandra Shafter, and the centenary president of the MCA, Mr. Mahesh Vijayawardena.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the very warm welcome and the very depth appreciation rendered to me and myself and my wife, Dilum. And many, many congratulations, Roshan and his EXCO for organizing such a wonderful event where we are celebrating a couple of very important events. One is our historical, one of the most historical events in our cricket history, winning the World Cup in 1996. I'm told that we'll be unveiling a photograph, and for that we are so happy to have the cricket captain, our Sri Lankan most successful cricket captain, a legend, Arjuna Ranatunga, with us, and also one of the prominent members of that team, Roshan Mahanama, with us. Of course, I am so happy to have you here, Roshan, as my cricket captain in college. I played cricket only up to under 17, under 13, under 15, under 17, where you were my cricket captain. Thank you very much for your presence. And also, Roshan, I must congratulate you once again for getting all our sponsors under one roof. That which I think was in our agenda for a long, long time, but we never could execute it. Thank you very much for doing that within a very short period after you taking over. I think sponsors, our friends, you play a very critical role in the success of MCA, where it really helps us to conduct cricket tournaments, and finally the real benefit goes to all the young cricketers, more than the MCA. So thank you for hand-holding us, and trust you will be with MCA for a long time and will eventually help to develop Sri Lanka cricket. And also all the past presidents for being here with us today, and I think I served under almost 8 presidents, starting with Kiron, then Adil, Tissa, Neil, then Mahesh, the centenary president, Ashley, and finally under Gamini. I am so happy to have all of you here, and also I had the privilege of getting to know some of the other past presidents who have rendered excellent service to MCA over the last years, especially in the caliber of Mr. Nelson, Mr. Bertie Fernando, and Mr. Chris Ubesekara. Of course, we really welcome Mr. Chandra Shafter, the very first president of, the first Sri Lankan president, whom I haven't had much of association, but all the other presidents and the past presidents who have supported and guided us over the years. And please, past presidents have the full confidence in the present team, with Roshan and his team, who is a very senior members who have a lot of experience in handling affairs, to take MCA to greater heights. Actually, seeing this today itself, it proves the caliber of people who is going to take over MCA in the future. I am sure the senior team comprising of Buddhima, who is most probably will definitely be online, and then Rohana, Vasanthalal, Nalin, Tushan, they're all very senior officers in mercantile firms who definitely will take MCA to greater heights in the future years. I won't take much of a time, but the only thing is that I really want to appreciate 2 very special people here, 3 special people here. Number 1 comes into my mind is our general manager, Mr. Wilmer Jaisingha, who is such a wonderful person who dedicates his almost his entire life for probably the 7 days of the week to MCA. He's a very passionate, and he has made a lot of accomplishments, but I want to only mention one accomplishment he did during this year, where he's managed to secure the full title ownership with the deed for the MCA, Mercantile Cricket Association. That is indeed a great thing, Mr. Wilmer Jaisingha, which I think you did it on your own, most probably. I think the perseverance that really helped us. And I want to thank Adel for actually initiating it long years ago, but again it was created by Mahesh and Ashley. But I was fortunate enough to compete it during my tenure, and happy to note that myself and Nalin Wickramasinghe, the General Secretary, was fortunate enough to countersign with His Excellency President Maitripala Siranayaka in that document. So well done, Mr. Jaisingha, and I hope and trust that you will serve MCA for some more years to to come. And then basically the voice of MC, I really missed him today, Tiron, for giving a lot of, I think he's the most we heard at MCA. Because I remember when I took over as the president, I requested you to be present for all the finals if possible. And you did it, except for one match, I remember. But of course, you had some other event that day. Thank you very much for keeping a very lively MCA in all the finals and all the events. And one more very special person, just like Mr. Vilmar Jaisinghe takes over and runs the affairs of MCA from 7:30 in the morning till 5:30. From 5:30 p.m. from the evening towards the late night, it's Mr. Hera who looks after us. I think he's a very, very multitasking person. I really appreciate all his work and admire him and expect all our staff members also to follow him. Mainly his attitude. That is something which is remarkable. I'm just telling you a small thing which it actually happened 2 days ago when I came here for a small drink. Then I just asked him about, Roshan pardon me for asking him that, I just asked him how's the system doing now, because the new system which we implemented some time ago. And I knew that there were a lot of teething problems and all that, and they were going through hell, especially the bar. He told me, everything is fine, sir, right now. Everything is moving. And right now, I have an expert on that. I have mastered it, and I don't want any help from the vendor to, even if there's any problem there. And he said that I actually improved and increased my computer literacy because of this system. So see the attitude. So anybody who would have gone through that earlier teething problem would have just pushed it would have just put the blame on the exco or the office or to the vendor and wouldn't have done anything. But him, on his own, with his staff, he learned to do it on his own. Now he can basically say that he can solve any problem instead of coming with the bar. Excellent. Well done, Herat. So with that, I won't take much of your time. Just like to also appreciate and thank my wife, Dilum, for all the support given to me over the last so many years. Because we spent quite a lot of time out here at MCA. And once again, thank Roshan and his team for this wonderful event and given me such a nice welcome and a great welcome here. And I feel very, very proud to be standing here as a former president of such a prestigious association, Mercantile Cricket Association. Thank you.
A membership and a plaque given away by Mr. Idham Agura, Mr. Udima and Mr. Amarasuriya to the immediate past president and the 25th president of the MCA, Mr. Niran Mawar. We're now about to unveil the plaque of the sponsors, which are to be done by Mr. Idham Agura, the current president, the vice president, Mr. H.G. Udima, vice president, Mr. Rohan Dissanayaka, vice president, Mr. Vasanthala Fernando, general secretary Nani Vikramasinghe, treasurer, Mr. Tushan Amasinghe will also accompany Mr. Idham Agura. Roshan Amrasuri. Put your hands together for Single Sri Lanka.
So indeed, a very, very pleasant surprise. A sincere thank you to the incumbent president, Mr. Roshan Idamalgoda, and the EXCO for this astonishing moment. I joined MCA representing Hotel Ceylon Intercontinental in 1989. I was appointed the honorary recorder when Mumtaz Yusuf was the president. Well, I missed 2 years when in 1992 when Mr. K.M. Nelson took over as the president. So I missed 2 years. I came back in 1994 when Sunil Aberatna was the president, and have remained at the MCA ever since under 12 more presidents up to date. My father, Terence Pereira, the centenarian, played MCA cricket in 1935, representing Walker and Grigg, captained the company and emerged as B Division winners and went on to win the MCA A Division. I played MCA cricket in 1968, representing Lake House, and finished as a G Division runners-up to AMW, captained by none other than Mr. Percy Abesekara. Well, he's right over there. Percy, you remember that game at Rifle Green? 1968. Then in 1988, represented Intercon and finished E Division winners. My cousin Lalit Pereira played MCA cricket representing Ceylon Tobacco Company in the early 70s. Well, I have said this on many times, and I will keep on repeating. The MCA, with an unblemished record of 106 years, has existed thus far due to its non-political stance, good governance, transparency, and accountability. I thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
ලද ලද පහසෙන් පුණ්‍යවන්ත වූ භූමිය විශ්වකර්ම නිර්මාණෙන් දස දෙස පරසිදු භූමිය